So today we're taking you to Diest here in Belgium. It's a small city with lots of remaining medieval buildings. It's very near my home. I will show you where we live later, by the way. We live in a tiny home in the garden of my grandfather, and well, it's a nice little house. So I'll show you guys. But so today we're gonna show you Diest, a little medieval gem here in, what is it? Flemish Brabant. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. But well, the first stop is a church here. It was built in the 13th century, but burned down in the 16th century due to the religious wars here in the 16th century. So all that remains is some walls built out of typical red brick we find here in the area. Like people mined it here in the area, where, like in the small village where I live, there's a mining place where there's redstone, an old mining place. Might take you guys there later. But so here's the church. It's called the Sint Jan de Doperskerk. So yeah, pretty cool.
It's a beautiful willow. I wonder how old that one is.
Mm-hmm. It's cool how nature just took over. Kind of an eerie but beautiful spot, right? You know, people were here 500 years ago, just going to church in the Middle Ages. When I went to high school, I used to come here. I came here for a year in this city to high school, and we always came here to smoke cigarettes. So I've been coming to this spot a long time. Yeah, crazy spot, right? I don't know, man. I have never been to a spot like this, you know? It's really cool where the windows used to be. And so this is all the redstone, I mean. I don't know how to pronounce it in English. I think it's just zandsteen in Dutch. So what they used to do is just like on the mining places of this stone. I might show you later in the video. They would mine the stone, and then they would dig holes in it, and they would send the children in with dynamite, because they were tiny and could fit in the holes more easy, and then they would just blow up the whole thing and do it all over again. And like all of those churches, all of the older medieval churches, even some buildings are made out of this stone. And there's also one secret spot still here. Let's see if we can get there. Okay, Kari, you'll have to hold this for a second. So you'll have to crawl through here.
How did you come in with your feet?
I think first my foot, yeah. So
Sounds
then, yeah.
secret. There's trash, but
Yeah, there's trash. There's an old chimney. This is just fucking ancient, man. And then this is also pretty cool. Watch out that nothing falls down or something, you know. You can see this, like, so this is the stairway still. Goes up here.
I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a
Goes up and down
spiraling
here.
stairway.
And then over there, maybe I can. You see this, so this is the stairway, it goes like this, and then here's where it broke down. This is still a piece of it. Those are still pieces of it. And I went all the way up into that tower. I really want to go there actually, man, but yeah, impossible probably. Very dangerous probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared that this will fall on our head right now.
Yeah. I would really love to go there and see what's up there with the view. But, oh well, this is already pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's explore Diest, all the rest, and yeah, there's still some other medieval buildings to come. You'll see that the church in Diest is also made out of this stone.
They have put
The
like
big
newer
church.
stones in here.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh yeah, these are newer stones indeed. I don't know. Ugh. All right, see you guys there. All right, we found a parking spot. Parking spot with some beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
Over there is the
Beautiful flowers.
Flanders poppy. You see them everywhere right now.
They are beautiful in Flanders fields where poppies grow.
Yeah.
They're really beautiful.
Yeah, some beautiful flowers. Well, this is a small city, actually. Well, it's a city for Belgium, you know, in the States or something. This would not be a city at all. But, well, it is a city. Very small and actually kind of off the radar. Like, it's not a touristic, it's like a spot where tourists come, you know, like Ghent or Bruges or Antwerp or Brussels. Those are the big cities, of course, and have some beautiful medieval, like crazy medieval architecture. I'll take you guys there. But well, Diest has its own small town, small city, medieval vibe, and I really love it actually. So yeah, if any of you guys are ever in Belgium, like give it a visit. You know, it's just a day, you know, half a day even. But yeah, there's some cool spots.
This flower is called a bachelor's button.
I checked the Airbnb to see what
You're not a bachelor, but you still get this button.
Okay. Well, I checked Airbnb to see how much it would cost to sleep around here. And on Airbnb I saw one room, but there's very little rooms, but I saw one room for 60, 70 euros, like 60 euros, $70, something like that. And then on Booking there were some hotels, some beautiful hotels in medieval buildings, or like older buildings at least. But those were going at around 100 to 150 euros, so over $100 at least. So yeah, quite pricey. But well, I do think this is definitely worth a visit. This is definitely worth a visit if you wanna find a medieval spot that is not touristy. And so we parked on the hill on the upside, like on a hill near Diest. So we come in and have a view over the city, but the trees might be in the way.
Yeah, the shrubbery.
The shrubbery.
In the way.
You can see it. Well, the city has been building some new buildings in between the beautiful old buildings, which kind of ruins it a little bit sometimes, but they're doing it everywhere, so well, let's make the best of it. So apparently all the churches in Diest it's like an opening day that they open all the churches. Opening weekend. So this church here, I've never seen it open. It's the first time I've ever seen it on the inside. Pretty cool. Some old furniture. Thank you all. So this is a chapel, and it says here that since 1307, so 14th century, early 14th century, there is a mention of a chapel here in the paper. But this chapel, like on the spot, but this chapel has was built in 1854, so newish. But yeah, still cool.
Churches, but this was like.
There's also a pretty cool house.
they all-
This is a cool house. Newer than this one. Because you see here where the buildings build up, and then there on the probably the second floor already they made it a little bit bigger. That's because they used to charge for, and still I guess, but they charged for the spot where you build a house, and not for like how high you build or whatever. So when they went higher, they would build, have like a little overhang to get a little bit more free space, let's say, in the cities. Here it's still made of like the clay, the traditional clay that they used to build houses with. My grandfather still lived in a house like that when he was very young. Grew up without electricity, a well for water, their own animals, their own vegetables. So yeah, very different life just 2 generations ago. In the Keizer, it says. I don't know what it used to be, but it's a beautiful building with a beautiful door and lanterns outside. And it's for sale, so anybody who has $1 million to spare. Oh.
There's a church. But I think
Some
it's
older,
right?
yeah. Some older buildings, like probably, let's see, I guess 17th, 18th century maybe. You see the red stone on the windows. Again, like only at the windows, right? The others are just bricks, probably also old bricks, but oh well. All right, so this here, beautiful green windows, is the house of Sint Jan Bergmans, Sint Johannes Bergmans, or maybe in English Saint John Bergmans. Let's say, I don't know, probably Saint John. We can go in. It's very beautiful. I think I have to be quiet in there, but I'll show you guys. So this is Saint John. Saint Jean Bergmans in French. And he was the son of a shoemaker. These windows on the stairs. All the beautiful old wood and the altar, the small windows and the old bricks. So beautiful. Old wooden floor. I've also never been in there, and underneath, under the staircase also is a door that's open. That's not open usually. So let's see what's there. Well, not too much, but this is the house, like a maquette or like a the house supposed to look like. And so you live from 1888 until 1938. The high school I went to here also is called Sint Jan Bergmans College, which I guess translates to Sint Jan Bergmans High School. So that was that. I don't know when the house was built, but it is very beautiful. And one of those houses that's I don't know what like the name of that is in English, but they made bigger going up. You know, you see the little levels growing higher, bigger. Very beautiful. In the background you can see the big church, we'll go there later. This is also a building made out of the red brick, so very old, probably Middle Ages, 14th century or something, 14th, 15th century maybe. Okay, this one doesn't look open. Also a church, I don't know which one again. Oh, it says it on there. It's the Church of Our Lady, Onze Lieve Vrouwenkerk in Dutch. And this one was built between 1253 and 1288. So also 13th century. Also out of the red brick.
Oldest building of Diest.
Oh, it is the oldest building of Diest. Okay, cool. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Maybe. Oh,
Yeah.
I go inside.
Pretty cool, yeah. Now we're making our way. Oh yeah, there's elderflower. Now we're making our way to the Beguinage.
Beguinage.
Yeah, Beguinage or something.
We've been looking up
So,
the word when our
in
girlfriend
Dutch, it's
was here.
Beguinage, and it's where all the nuns would live together. Now all these buildings are rented out as houses, and people can buy them to live in them for the rest of their lives, but they can't give them to their children, you know. And you like, okay, so you can't put it in your will,
Okay.
so it goes back to the city and gets sold again. So I think it's also a little bit cheaper. It must be, because otherwise it would be a bad deal. But this is a very cool place to live, I think. You'll see later on. And the word we were searching for is inherit.
Yeah.
So children can't inherit it from their parents when they die. That's what we meant. To clear that up. Okay. There you see the entrance of the Beguinage. Oh, man, what a
That's
weird word.
I'm not sure.
Well, Beguinage. You see the entrance.
I guess you don't have many in the US or in. I mean, you probably have it in England.
Yeah, you probably have them.
What is the English word? I think it's Beguinage.
It's already a pretty cool building. Beguinage.
Beguinage. It sounds a little bit French.
Well, we might drink a beer, like try some local
yeah.
beer here,
That'd be
some
nice.
cool
The
cafes.
Beguinage.
Show you this spot. It's also pretty beautiful, you know. Oh man, what a cool spot to live. Well, okay. So the Beguinage.
1253.
Okay.
Also pretty old.
But so it was gesticht. It was founded in 1253. But the
wall, the gate.
the
Entrance?
gate, man, what's wrong with my English today? Well, the gate entrance, indeed, the gate is from 1671. I don't know what how old all the buildings are, but the church here looks like it's straight from the Middle Ages, man. It's so cool from the outside, and I think it's the first thing we see when we come in here. Here it is. The lavender bushes are growing. Oh, and I think it's some sort of second-hand market at the moment. Alright, never been in this church, so let's go and see. Oh, I lost Caro. She's with the flowers again. Right, let's go into church. Have to be quiet again. Maybe I can whisper. Okay, we'll see. remember these benches how we went to school. But we didn't have to sit on these benches though. But they were in the church we were at. There's all the intricate woodwork. It's really beautiful. The organ, church organ, pretty huge. Oh man, I wish there was a real choir singing. That would have been so cool. Can you guys hear her? I don't know. So cool that I think it's so cool that the chalk is coming off the roof. And like all the stones look really old. I think the wooden construction of the roof is pretty new. It looks like newish. Man, this is such a cool church. Imagine how many nuns must have been here over the past, I don't know, probably 5, 6, no, 700 years. I don't know. A mechanism used for the clock, so that every prayer of the nunnery or for the nuns could be at an exact time, and they would have like a very strict schedule for praying. So every bigger medieval community or abbey had something like this for the clock, so that they could schedule their prayers. Yeah. All right. Problem. What's the problem, Karel?
So we forgot our SD card and we were filming on the internal storage, which is now full. So we have switched to our phone.
Yes, iPhone. Well, the video might be a little bit more wonky, but well, I'll try to finish it. Like it'll be fine. It looks good. Looks beautiful. Let's try that wide angle. Okay. Alright, so these might have been the houses of maybe like the upper nuns. They're slightly bigger than the rest. So we're going for the Lotterball Blonde Bitter. It's a local beer. So it's a dry hopping and a little bit bitter, has a fruity aroma. So yeah, it must be good. That's the one Karel took. And I went for the Sweetest Triple, which is like a herby triple with a good balance between warming and fresh and fruity. Both of them are about are €3.80, which is about $4.20 or something. Alright, so this is my beer, Sweetest Triple. Karel's beer is Lotterball. Looks pretty cool. I'm curious to this one. I've drank this one before.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. My mom has them sometimes.
Looks nice. Yeah.
Alright, so in Belgium we pour in a beer differently than they do in the UK. In the UK they pour in a beer and they don't want any foam on the top because it takes away a little bit of the beer. But in Belgium we do pour and leave some foam on the top. So let's try. I'm not the best in pouring a beer, so well, Belgian people, don't judge me please, but well, I did a shit job. So yeah, this is not the way it's supposed to be here in Belgium. Okay. Oh no, wait. There was water in there. With me, mine too, and then it will be harder to get some foam on top. Okay, that's how it's supposed to be here in Belgium. You did a great job, Kato. What does it taste like?
It's good. It's bitter.
It is bitter. Does
Herby.
it taste
The way
like
I like it.
IPA or something?
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
it has some IPA.
It's
IPA
IPA-ish.
vibes.
I like
Mine's
bitter
also-
and blonde.
Indeed, fruity and fresh.
It's without sugar, which is also something I like.
Oh.
It's only water, gerstemout, tarwemout, I'm not sure what the names are, yeast and hop. So no sugar. Yours has sugar in it, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, sugar.
yours has a little bit of sugar.
Yeah, it's sweeter, right?
But yeah, I do like it. There's no preservatives, just local and good. So we got some bread, some butter, and some asparagus soup.
With €6, so about $6.50 or something.
Tis the season.
This is the asparagus season. We have some in the garden. I might show you our little house later. We'll see. Later in this video, I mean. But yeah. I think Flemish asparagus soup is among the best in the world, I guess.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing here in Belgium.
Yeah.
I guess, right?
Very hot.
How is it?
Very tasty. So this is also part of the Beguinage. And so these are the houses people can rent. So yeah, really beautiful. Very old medieval vibe. Must be beautiful to live here. Goes all around. So it's pretty big even. Just like multiple streets just like this. Our tiny house where we live in the garden of my grandfather. My grandfather built it and made it like an old farm. So it looks a little bit like these buildings, but some old tools. Old stove, not stove. How do you say haard?
Like a wood fire.
For a wood fire, indeed. Oh, this is pretty cool. Beautiful. I could live in a place like this, you know.
Yeah. I think you can go. Oh, this is it. Thought it was a little bit further. And the toilets.
The toilet. We have something similar at home actually. We have like a composting toilet.
You could go with two.
Yes.
Cozy.
Cozy.
You can just like talk while you're
For a romantic evening with couples on the toilet. Yeah.
This is just like a storage.
Yeah.
I like that.
Some grapevines. So this is the main
That
church, that church. From
That
Diest.
place.
Let's see if we can enter. Enter. Yeah, pretty cool. And you see it's also made out of the redstone. You see everywhere here. Pretty beautiful. What do you think, God?
I think it's
Tell
really pretty.
everybody.
I think
Yes?
it's very pretty.
Okay.
That's a pretty building.
Cool, bro. Yeah. That's a cozy
1711,
place.
the
Oh,
white one.
we have to go in here. I've never been in this church. So yeah, really cool. So we can visit the church and the museum for religious art. Yeah, this is really cool. The huge organ, light falling through the windows, so beautiful. Oh, and I went to school here, to elementary school. It was a Christian elementary school, and we had to go to church, like, I guess every month or something. We had a chapel in the school, and we had to go and like confess our sins and all that crazy stuff, you know.
But the buildings are cool.
This church is so beautiful. Yeah.
I love the music. It's trippy.
Yeah, yeah. It's medieval.
I feel like I'm in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah. Best game ever. Hello, maiden.
No, Lord.
Oof, that hurts. Yeah, Song of the Lannisters. Reliquenkamer. House of Relics. Or Room of Relics. Or more. Let's go and see. Oh, that's creepy. Can we go in here? Oh. That's pretty cool. Relic box. 1602. $17.72. This box is from the 19th century. The things inside are from the 17th century in a glass from Antwerp.
Antwerp represented.
Oh yes.
So a relic is often just like a useless thing.
Yeah. Maybe it contains some magic. But well, so it also says here that each one of these contains some parts of the old stone altare.
Like altars?
Altars from the old stone altars that were well, used in 1583. Pretty cool. I love these doors, man. All right, so that was the main church here in Diest. I forgot the name. Yeah, it's hard to film myself right now with the phone, and we don't have like one of those things to hold it. The Saint Sulpidius Church. It's called Saint Sulpidius Church. So here is the, if any of you guys would ever make it to Diest, this is the main hall, or like city hall. But here is the museum of the city, and it's free. Like I think most museums here are free. And it's just like a museum about the medieval history of Diest. We don't have time right now, so we're not going, but it's really cool. So if any of you guys make it here, let me know in the comments, or know this place, you know, who knows, let me know.